I never used to look at people's eyes except for the briefest flickers. And there were two reasons for that. One was the cult torture and the mind control, very specific. And two is likely because I'm neurodivergent. But for the longest time, I didn't look at people's eyes, I looked at their hands, and I would judge whether a person was safe or not by the tone of voice and by what I could hear in the voice and body language, but mostly the hands, whether the hands were soft or gentle or harsh. But I didn't look at eyes because the cult taught me through torture and through mind control not to look at eyes and not to look at faces. And they even taught some parts of me to like blur faces to see like a fog in front of the faces or layers or designs to keep me from identifying the abusers. It's everything that the cult teaches us is to protect the cult and to hurt us, but to keep the cult going and able to keep torturing and raping and selling us. So I was scared to look at people's eyes, and I would just do the briefest little checks. And even today, I can struggle with it. I can look too long, and that might be the neurodivergency, and not know when to look away. Or if I'm having a really hard time, or the harder time I am having, I don't look at eyes, especially if I'm talking about something hard. I look away. Or if I'm still not having an okay time, I will watch people's hands when they're talking. And that is old and familiar, and it was what I was taught. At least I was taught not to look at eyes. But there's also the neurodivergency. But I was taught through torture not to look at eyes and faces so I couldn't identify my abusers. Cult is so diabolical and horrific, and they affect so much in our lives. But we can reclaim that, and we can choose to look at eyes, and we can choose to, if we have programming about perpetrators, to try and pull back some of the layers or to try and find some safety to look at some futures. I can still struggle with that. But it's okay to look at it, even just for ourselves, and especially when we have safety.